government has pushed Education Minister Professor Naluval Yonga to implement draconian measures by suspending the salaries and other financial benefits of more than 2,000 absentee teachers. With instructions for the Prime Minister to reduce government spending, it goes without saying that teachers who are draining state coffers for no work done are amongst those to refill the state coffers. A recent circular sent by the Douala Airport Police Boss and circulated on social media, which we still have to confirm, has given marching orders to airport security officials to stop any teacher who intends to travel without permission from his or her hierarchy. However, the worm is in the fruit because the hierarchy are accomplices to the mass exodus of teachers and other state workers. With physical pressure on the government, it is hoped the operation to hunt for ghost workers and absentee teachers should not only be limited to the education sector, but to other ministerial departments.
The 6 ministers that were before the press in a joint conference includes the spokesperson, Communication Minister, that of Finance, Water Resources and Energy, Trade, Transport, and Labour and Social Security. This around the recent increase in the price of fuel, while Gaston Elindo Esomba of Water Resources and Energy talks of moves to ensure the subproducts remain constant, adding the 47.8 franc CFA from each litre sold goes into the special fund to revive the only refinery company in the country, Sonara, victim of fire incident some years back. Finance Minister Louis-Paul Motaze explains that the funds from this sacrifice by Cameroonians are for development projects. The 5% announced civil servant salary adjustment is very ready this end of February, all things being equal. So too, possible reduction in taxes. The purchasing power of the population is affected. To this, Trade Minister Luc Marga Atangana talks of government efforts to continue providing subventions. Important to clarify this delicate matter, like that of a new transport tariff, fare awaited. Transport Minister Jean-Ernest Ngale-Bibehe, like his counterpart of Labour and Social Security, Gregoire Wona, reiterates consultation with different stakeholders, unionists in the transport sector will show born an agreed solution.
The government is hereby appealing to the integrity and economic patriotism of economic players in general to bar the way to all forms of speculations that could affect the prices of basic commodities and be detrimental to the people's living conditions. As in the past, Cameroonians have always showcased their sense of responsibility and civic-mindedness in such circumstances.
The burden weighs on the government and Cameroonians alike.
The little ones leading the march past at the front with the practice of beautiful majorette, as the rest follow with calculated steps along this street at the Tudi neighborhood in Yaoundé, singing patriotic songs at the top of their voices. The rehearsals, under the coordination of their teachers, who emphasize on the message of peace and oneness as Cameroonians brace up to celebrate the 58th edition of the National Youth Day on Sunday, February 11.
We have to show peace. Let us talk about the Southwest and the Northwest region. So we want us to be one. That's how we talk about the bilingualism. We talk about the multiculturalism. Today, we are doing this thing today to show the public that we are SEC, we the school are SEC at Tudi. We are informing the public that on Sunday will be the 11th of February. So we should all be together, come back together. Anglophone, Francophone, they are one.
The students and pupils adhering to instructions as they seek to fine-tune their body, legs and arm movement before the D-Day.
Cocoa and coffee experts in Cameroon remain troubled and have expressed frustrations on the law enacted by the government in support of European Union's decision that imposes on farmers to cultivate cocoa without destroying the vegetation, a decision which farmers say affects cultivation and might lead to a drop of production.
Cocoa is a plant that does well without so much trees, meaning that you have to cut some trees to give light to the cocoa and the pot. So when they say, the wine man is saying that we put down the trees, that we don't put down the trees and plant cocoa as such, I don't see how the farmer will survive.
From the post-harvest, when the plant renews leaves, the flower when the plant comes, what are we supposed to do? And then what are we not supposed to do? Because sometimes we used to spray insecticide or fungicide, though the plant does not need it.
Government policy says that 2030 to 2035, they are projecting an increase in tonnage. Probably they are saying that 6,000 something and something tons of cocoa within that time. How will this be attained if such bottlenecks have been implemented by the EU?
Experts foresee the extremely climatic conditions are not favorable to cocoa and coffee seedlings.
We are supposed now to observe what the plants present and then we react.
Solutions I can offer the government is that cocoa coexists very well with fruit trees such as avocados, such as oranges.
The management of post-harvest cocoa beans, phytosanitary cleanliness of farms, amongst other issues raised. Ensuring farmers are equipped with the right knowledge and basic material that favors high agricultural productivity and contributes to food self-sufficiency in Cameroon. This is a raison d'etre of a capacity-building workshop for experts on Community Education and Action Center. They were drawn from the 4 divisions of the littoral region to examine the problems of farmers and to channel them to hierarchy.
Remind the directors of SIAC concerning their mission on the field with their targeted population and some questions, how do they carry this mission out and what are the problems that they face?
To equip our baseline staff to reinforce their capacity building. We can easily give the technical know-how to our farmers. And then since we are now in the import substitution policy, they have to give them the knowledge. How the import, what does it mean? And what is the implication of the Ministry of Agriculture concerning the import substitution policy that the government is promoting?
Several difficulties were raised, amongst which of them on cordial relationship with council officials.
Well, the problems of working materials that we talk about, and then the accessibility of the roads.
With experts from the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development and with technical assistance from regional coordinators, this workshop will keep newly appointed officials abreast with information. The Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Celestin Cliquez, was in Garoua in the North region of Cameroon as part of monitoring cooperation projects, particularly those of the Debt Reduction and Development Contract C2D Urban Regional Capitals Program, as well as other projects financed by the Ministry of Urban Development and Housing. Accompanied by the Minister of Livestock, Fisheries and Animal Industries, Dr. Tiger, both ministers visited all the projects currently being implemented in the city of Garoua.
For the mobility in Garoua, Garoua now is a beautiful city, it's a beautiful town, and we have seen that the project C2D with AFD has been completed.
The member of government was elated with work carried out at the Garoua-Gashiga Road at the Petit Paris neighborhood. A new road has been created and work there is progressing normally in the ongoing infrastructural improvement in the area. At the Garoua livestock and fish market, solutions to the problems encountered with a view to completing the work as discussed. Work at the market is not encouraging, unlike the Yelwa market, where it is progressing normally.
We are looking to see how to complete the big market for fish and animals, to make sure that within the end of this year, all the projects of this partnership, win-win partnership with France, should be completed and inaugurated. So I will be happy to be back here in March to see how people are using all this beautiful infrastructure.
The working session with all the actors involved in the project made it possible to examine the updated schedules of the contracting firms and dates set for the completion of work.
A moment of communion and fraternity for the Kom population in Yaoundé as they celebrate unity through their rich cultural display with the famous Njang. Not forgetting the different masquerades and beautiful manifestations. They come together at the Mateko Stadium on Saturday, January 3rd, was an occasion to leave skillful local footballers as they battle at the final of the tournament, marking a transition at the helm of the Komkoda Association.
Since they knew that today was the end of my mandate, they decided to come and send me off. So it's just a kind of animation that they always perform at the end of any ceremony. I wanted the Kom sons who are playing football to come out and then showcase their talents. Because we don't know. You can play today, tomorrow you'll find yourself in Europe.
An event presided at by the Divisional Officer for Yaoundé 3, Serge Yves Biweli, who preached the message of peace and living together.
The song has hit more than 20 million views on YouTube. Coup de Mato of Cameroonian beatmaker Tamsi, in collaboration with his friends Tim Paya, Stay Milano, Renat Barakisa, Taz Boy, and PSK, took control of the AFCON 2023 on the web as in football stadiums has enveloped music lovers. The title Mato gradually dethrones Akwaba, the official anthem of the AFCON. Al Safo, the vocal lead of the group Magic System and one of the voices of Akwaba, could not resist this music. In a post on Facebook, the musical legend congratulates the authors of this new hit. I received the visit of Tamsi and his friends of Team Paya, authors of the title Loku Jumato. I will also train myself because I know that on Saturday at Boake, after everyone must have listened to the AFCON hymn, Akwaba, and we must have scored, we shall all dance Loku Jumato at the finals. Everyone should stay put and mobilize for the victory of the elephants. With more than 20 million views and streams in 2 months, the title Coup de Mato becomes the most viewed in Ivory Coast.
The Super Eagles of Nigeria are set for the semi-finals of the AFCON tournament against the Bafana of South Africa. Super Eagles fans are showing unwavering support.
There's match tomorrow. The both team will play. But anyhow, there's a master. Super Eagles a master. There's no match there. Super Eagles will win them. Because if you send a Super Eagle before, I myself, I don't look the Super Eagle match. But for the turn up, then come prepare for the match. Now I know that they will go final.
it will be a tough match because they have already played 7 matches, 4 draw. Nigeria have won 2 times, and South Africa once, and they do 4 draw.
We are winning that match because if you look at we have played them on so many occasions. Statistically, we have an upper hand against the Bafana of South Africa. So tomorrow, by the grace of God, I'm expecting our guys to give us victory against Bafana.
This shades a focus of the match.
Nigeria, they are used to the pattern of their pattern of play in this Nations Cup. They don't score much goal. When they score 1 goal, they defend the goal. That's the pattern they play. So I believe tomorrow's match is not going to end 1-0, but 2-0. I'm quite sure.
Nigeria is winning that match with 3-0.
Nigeria have team. I don't see draw. So I think that Nigeria will win that match with 2-0.
The two teams have faced each other on 14 occasions, with the first encounter dating back to 1992. Their last encounter was during the 2019 edition of AFCON in Egypt. The highly anticipated clash between the Super Eagles and the Bafana is scheduled for Wednesday, February at 6 p.m.
The Minister of Secondary Education, Professor Nalova Lyonga, has assured the education and sporting community that the Limbe City is ready to host the 2024 FENASCO League A game. She gave the assurance after an evaluation tour to the various sites, which will accommodate the over 2,000 athletes as well as different infrastructure that will host the game.
As you can see, we've been with the administrators of FACO and we have gone through to see everything. We know what we can add and we think that the place will be good.
The visit took the minister and his entourage to Government High School, Bimbia, GBHS Limbe, GHS Limbe that will serve as accommodation centers. Here, the Minister Nalova made firm recommendation on not more than 25 athletes per room, mosquito bed nets will be made available as well as the provision of 2 fans per room. While on the various playing grounds, such as the Limbe Community Field, the Secondary Education Minister said that the basketball pitch will be given a new facelift. Toilets will be rehabilitated as well as a borehole will be provided, which will equally be on great importance to the community after the game.
You have a team that is taking care of cleanliness.
She used the opportunity to thank the government for putting in place modern infrastructure such as the Limbe Centenary Stadium, which will host female football, Limbe Middle Farm Stadium for football boys, not leaving out the Limbe Omnisport Stadium, which will be the center of attraction during the opening and closing ceremony of the 2024 FENASCO League A game.
FACO is ready for us. Everybody knows, I don't have to tell them, because I think that the head of state has done his job of providing the stadia for us, and we are coming to use them because we don't want these facilities to be there not used. So we are going to use them. Everything is ready.
According to Minister Nalova Lyonga, the 2024 edition will have as major innovation the Nalova Challenge Cup that will involve teachers of various regions competing amongst themselves. On his part, the governor of the Southwest region, Bena Okalia Bilai, called on the youths to be vigilant and not permit strangers in the name of separatists to infiltrate the neighborhood and cause havoc before or during the games, for Limbe is recognized as a town of friendship. Let the various visitors enjoy their stay in Limbe during this period and thereafter.
One thing that I want to say, and I'm going to say it here to the youths of FACO, I'm telling them that they should not allow people to try to frighten the people of FACO by allowing people to come and shoot guns here at night.
Minister Nalova Lyonga was accompanied by a member of cabinet, FACO administration, city mayor of the Limbe, mayors as well as forces of law and others.
Canal.